Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Jordan Schreier. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we start with breaking news this morning. A local school bus driver is facing drunk driving charges, and police say kids were on board at the time of his arrest. Someone reported a school bus driving recklessly yesterday afternoon in Fargo.
Police found it at the Shanley High School in South Fargo and say the driver showed signs of impairment. 71-year-old Bruce Tweed of West Fargo was arrested for DUI with minors on board. Police say there were about a dozen elementary-aged kids on the bus, and they were being transported from a West Fargo school to Shanley. Luckily, no one was hurt.
We also have this breaking news alert. A man is in jail after police say he stole a pickup and crashed into a squad car while trying to get away from police early this morning. Around 1:30 overnight, police spotted the vehicle that was stolen from North Moorhead. They say the driver backed into the squad before driving away, then led officers on a chase through town.
Moorhead police discontinued the chase as it crossed into Fargo, where the driver then eluded officers for a few hours. Then an off-duty police officer later spotted the vehicle around 2:30 this morning in South Fargo. Officers started chasing him again, and the pursuit ended when a pickup got stuck in a snowbank. 36-year-old Dennis Merritt was arrested for possession of stolen property, criminal damage to property, fleeing and leaving the scene of an accident, and driving without a license. In our consumer alert this morning, for a lot of people who used their plastic credit cards at some area coffee shops and restaurants, a Minnesota company is now reporting a data breach for hundreds of businesses, and some are in Fargo and around the valley. Hackers potentially accessed cardholders' names, credit card numbers, expiration dates, and security codes used at certain restaurants and Dunn Brothers locations between January 3rd and the 24th.
The list of businesses impacted in eastern North Dakota and Minnesota include Dunn Brothers Coffee in Fargo, Devil's Lake in Bemidji, Tacos Trompo in Fargo, the VFW in West Fargo, and Vinyl Taco in Grand Forks. Customers who made purchases at those locations should keep a close eye on their accounts.
It's now 10 minutes before the top of the hour. Let's get a check of that forecast, and those numbers on the screen behind you might make a lot of people groan this morning, Lisa.
I know it's going to be quite cold here when you step outside this morning, but keep in mind that we are about to warm things up quite a bit for us in the valley, so it's going to look a lot better. We're taking away those negative signs for tomorrow morning. So here's a look at what we've got to deal with this morning. It's 19 below in Bemidji. It's 13 below in Grand Forks and 9 below in Fargo. Wind chills even lower, some of us into the 30s below. And we do have a wind chill advisory in effect for the north and west as well. Fargo 26 below your wind chill. It's 32 below in Grand Forks. Visibility looks great for almost everyone. We've got a nice view of that full moon on the western horizon, all except for Oaks. We're down to a quarter-mile visibility there with some fog that's developed in that area. So you can see not much to report here on the radar and satellite map in the valley. We're keeping our eyes on that next system that's still taking shape south of us, and gradually this will be lifting into the valley for later tonight. And here's a look at how things will play out through the day today. We'll enjoy sunshine all morning. We'll see that temperature rise back into the single digits to some low teens. This is actually a good 5 to 10 degrees warmer than we were yesterday, so warming things up with that south breeze. And then heading into this evening, clouds start to lift in and eventually that chance for some snow. Now we're going to be on the northern end of this system, so we're looking at the southern valley and places off to the east where we're more likely to be getting snow with this. If you're up by Devil's Lake, you may just miss out on this one. And this is overnight and into the morning hours tomorrow, so it could end up being a snowy morning commute in places like Lakes Country. Even Fargo could be dealing with some of this snow as it lasts through the day on Wednesday. So big drop off in snowfall amounts, not much at all up in Devil's Lake. Fargo kind of right in that 2-inch range, and then south and east from there 4+ inches in some places in Lakes Country, and a lot more than that down toward the Minneapolis area. So if you're traveling Wednesday, there is a winter storm warning there for that region. So we're looking at some trouble there. Thursday a break, and the same storm track happening as we head into the weekend. We'll be on the very northern edge of it with a chance for some snow. And check out these temperatures, teens to some 20s even for highs by the time we get into the end of the 7-day planner. Let's check it now with Al.
Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. I've kind of given up on the full moon already. I'm looking to the east and seeing some light on the horizon this morning. It'll be good when we wear our sunglasses and we go to work in the morning. I'm tired of winter, I'll tell you. Traffic this morning, we're on Interstate 94. Lots going on out here this morning. East and westbound I-94, both really busy, particularly westbound Interstate 94. I-29, pretty much the same story. Plenty going on there, particularly northbound. Road surfaces dry. Things are looking pretty darn good. There's still some slippery areas on the ramps you're going to want to be mindful of. Driving around the FM metro area, and I've been all over town once again this morning, and you're going to find some wheel tracks. You're going to find some very slippery areas, so make sure you are driving extra carefully today. But overall, things are looking pretty darn good. Willamette Valley Today traffic. And what day is it today? It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday at Taco John, so I'll lay the day.
A man who was wounded in a shootout with Grand Forks County deputies over the weekend has been transferred from a Grand Forks hospital to one in the Twin Cities. The incident took place on Sunday, just off of Highway 2 in Arvilla, North Dakota. Police say 2 deputies were checking on a car that had broken down near the Turtle River State Park entrance.
Officials say when the deputies approached this car, the man inside displayed a gun, and that's when gunfire was exchanged. The names of the man wounded and the deputies involved in the gunfire exchange have not been released. More details are expected to be released later today. Police have released the names of the Hubbard County, Minnesota deputies involved in a shooting last Thursday. Seth Kuhn is the deputy who fired his gun during this incident in Nevis. Deputy Eric Repkema was wounded when he was shot by Bryce Bellamo during a chase.
Family members say Bellamo shot his 2 sisters-in-law, Candy Gucci and Heidi Pierce, while they were inside their vehicle. He then drove off in their car with one of the women still in the passenger seat. Investigators say he eventually got out of his vehicle and fired at officers. Bellamo then returned to his car, where police say he died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Both of the women also died. A Moorhead dog is alive after being shot and possibly run over by a snowmobile. Her owner says the 1-year-old German Shepherd cut loose while outside and was sniffing around a neighbor's chicken coop when she was shot and possibly run over. The dog, whose name is Hope, was found by the Fargo-Moorhead Lost and Found Pets Facebook group. The group also started a FundMe page for the dog's treatment. Her owner says any leftover money will help other animals in need in our community.
A North Dakota lawmaker is recovering from these injuries after hitting a moose with his car. Marvin Nelson of Rolla hit the moose Friday night about 5 miles south of Rock Lake in Towner County. He suffered a mild concussion and the crash totaled his van, as you can see. His 2 young granddaughters were in the vehicle at the time, but they weren't hurt because they were in their car seats. A Moorhead man is asking for help finding a pickup that was stolen over the weekend. This truck was taken sometime between Friday night and Saturday afternoon. It was parked in the Moorhead Industrial Park by 20th Avenue and 25th Street.
It's a blue-gray GMC Sierra with a red Boss plow attached to the front. It has North Dakota plates, 891 CBR. Call police if you have any information about this stolen pickup. We're getting to that point in winter where we just want it to be over.
I think I say that just about every day. And the Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live this morning, and she's talking about ways to help us get through this winter. Good morning, Abby.
Well, good morning, guys. And Jordan, I think there's many people in the area that feel that same way, and they say it to themselves every single day. I just can't wait for winter to be over. And I'm here with Jody Knipfer with The Village, and let's just talk about what seasonal depression is. What are some symptoms and signs that you may have seasonal depression?
Absolutely. So as we talked earlier, seasonal depression, or SAD, seasonal affective disorder, is really related to the changes in the seasons. So if you feel your moods shifting downwards as the light hours of the day get smaller, and then it gets better in the spring, that might be a sign that you might have something like a seasonal affective disorder. Symptoms may include being tired, being restless, irritable, changes in eating pattern, sleeping pattern, all the way to suicidal thoughts. One of the big symptoms that I look out for is decrease in socialization, so isolating behaviors.
And it's kind of hard when you live in in an environment like this, and it's kind of hard to get out of it. But what are some ways that you can combat those winter blues?
Absolutely. So making sure your space is as light and as bright as possible every day. You're looking at the light lamp that you can use, the happy lamp. Food and water, making sure you're getting the right nutrition, the right water, the right amount of water in your system. Exercising is key. So moving your body as much as you can, at least 30 minutes a day.
And being social might help too. I know there are a lot of activities that you mentioned earlier that you can do outside even in the winter.
Absolutely. So socialization is really pre-planning activities with family and friends to kind of, boost your mind, keep you busy. And because if you're all up thinking in your head about how bad you feel, you can't really do anything, which is why you isolate. So other things to do outside, you can do anything outside you can do outside rather,
right.
Snowshoeing, ice skating, swimming, running, cross-country type of activities.
So many things that you can do to just get outside, even if I know it's so cold, but these are just some ways that you can beat the winter blues. We're almost to the light at the end of the tunnel. We just have a little bit left.
Abby Furchner reporting live for us this morning. Thank you. Let's get to our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. More than 30% of men might be embarrassed to admit that they own these.
Well, the answer is superhero underwear.
Don't be embarrassed.
Sometimes you just want to feel like the superhero you are, and that's okay.
That's okay.
Remember, you can take part in our question of the morning. Just head to the Valley News Live Facebook page, and you might need your superhero undies just to get through our cold weather today.
Yeah, we've got temperatures that are going to be way below that 0-degree mark here this morning to start off. We've got clear skies, a good view of that full moon, a high of 11 today, snow on the way for tonight, and warmer temperatures too. So keep that in mind. Just have to get through today.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but remember, the Valley Today rolls on. Join us right now on the Fargo CW.